Today is the end of the 25th day in the Gaza-Israel war. And in the past few, weeks or since this war started, I thought to myself, what is the hardest thing that we as soldiers in reserves are going through? Before this war started, I would think that it would be like fear for our lives or other things that you see in movies. But in reality, the hardest thing for me and for my fellow soldiers is to be away from our families for so long, especially when you do not know when you need to go back, when you can see them again. And even when we come home, you're not sure if this is gonna be the last time in a very long time. And when you're home, you're also on standby next to your phone thinking, am I gonna be called back any minute now? I have one fellow officer that his wife is 9 months pregnant and he's expecting a baby in the next week or 2 weeks, and he doesn't know. Another one just had a baby 1 week ago. His wife called him when she was starting her labor, and he got on a car and drove back home to be with him at the delivery room. He was in the hospital wearing his uniform. Stories like this are what's the hardest thing us IDF soldiers are going through during this war. And I really think that for me, it's so hard to know that I am leaving my wife and kids alone at home for such a long time. My wife is basically a single mother since this war began, except for a few days that I'm coming home with 3 kids. It's super hard. So I wanted to ask all of you to pray for the families of the soldiers during this war, because they are sacrificing, in my opinion, just as much as us being in the front lines. So I would like to ask you to please pray for the families of the soldiers, give them supernatural strength to go through this period, and for the children. Hashem Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen.